Hey everyone, this week I read and learned about a play that I've never read before. It was called The Homecoming by Harold Pinter, and it's pretty interesting play. It's a little interesting. Um, Pinter is a British playwright, and he really liked to use quite a few different genres in the plays that he wrote. Homecoming is kind of a mix between realism and symbolism and a few other things in there as well. But it's really interesting. It's a story about how a man named Teddy and his wife, who are living in America, come back to London to drop in on Teddy's family. And so with the title, you think it's kind of a homecoming for him. Um, but as we go through the play, we learn a lot of interesting things about Teddy and his wife Ruth and Teddy's family and just all the interesting things that they do. And turns out at the end of the play, um, the doesn't end up being Teddy's homecoming as we thought it was going to be. Ends up being somebody else's. But it's interesting with Pinter how he uses um, the symbolism and kind of what's going on in the scene and how that's kind of representing something symbolically. Um, there's one thing in Act Two that I thought was really interesting, that how he uses symbolism and how he's kind of showing like what's happening in the play. Um, with the family of the men, they have this thing in the morning where they like to light cigars after breakfast, and so they go through and they do that. And Teddy cigar ends up going out on its own and kind of prematurely before he was done smoking, and it kind of symbolizes how his his time with Ruth is going out, or his influence and his prestige within his family. Anyways, his time as the alpha male, or so he thinks, is done. It's over. And it's just that's just one example of the many things that Pinter uses. Uh, Mixing symbolism in with reality, with realism. It was just a really interesting play and kind of a lot of interesting plot twists and things like that. But it was pretty interesting, and I enjoyed reading it and learning about it. But anyways, bye.